Everybody, this is Alvin Brown, founder of the Center for Healing and Peak Performance and Integrated Peak Performance Services. I'm also the author of Journey to Personal Greatness, Mind, Body, and Soul, a blueprint for life balance and self-mastery, available at all your major bookstores, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Chapters, Indigo in Canada, and Amazon.com and .ca. All right, so this is the short and sweet video series for the Journey to Personal Greatness website. Every Monday, we feature Monday Mindset to get your week started, a little checkup from the neck up. On Wednesdays, which is today, Hump Day Hustle, we call it's some information for your body, how to take care of your body, both physically, structurally, nutritionally, how to keep this temple running, because this is, without health, what do you have? And that's what I want to keep the focus on. We want to get where you want to get with balance. And then Saturday is our Soulful Saturday, where I give you a little food for the soul, some little nugget of information to help that last little combination you're locked to help bring that balance. It's all about balance, driving hard. I love competing, I love driving hard, but I do want to get wherever there is. I want to get, well, after all the hard work, I want us to get there and be able to have our health, our relationships, our family, our mental game, spiritual. I want you to be connected, and that's the whole idea of this whole thing. All right, so this is Hump Day Hustle, and here's the deal. For the last few weeks, we've been covering peak performance therapies that you can get to help you get to your next level and to recharge after driving hard in your sports, maybe a lot of stress at work, you know, your CEO, executive, or just anyone, a mother at home who's just have all these balls juggling and just trying to keep the plate spinning on the top, you know. So these therapies are all headed to help the body to rejuvenate so it can drive you. All right, so peak performance therapies. Today our focus is on craniosacral therapy, something a lot of people haven't heard about. It's controversial. Again, I'm always going to refer to the source of Quack Watch, where you'll go and you'll find all of everything I'm talking about. They basically break up. If you follow that site, you never do any therapy, or you never do anything that isn't proven, and nothing's ever proven 100%, so you never do anything. So anyways, here's the idea with craniosacral therapy. I'm going to talk about what is it. I'm going to also talk about how can it help you, and then our action step, we'll talk about that. All right, so number one, craniosacral therapy. Here's the idea. All right, I need you to stay with me and stretch with this one. All right, so when we're born, our cranium, our head, is in 22 pieces. Your orbit is 7 bones that actually came together to make up your orbit, your head. If you look at the top of, take a look at the top of a bald person's head, you'll often see little crevices and creases. So when you're coming out of the womb, you need that flexibility in your cranium to help get pushed out and then come through. And if you notice a baby soft spot, that little soft spot at the top, it doesn't really come together till about the age of 5, 7, somewhere around there, 3. You'll start to close up, and then it's pretty firm around 5 years old, give or take, plus minus. All right, so what happens is at the bottom of your skull, there's a whole bunch of holes in there, and those holes, out of those holes come out a lot of arteries, nerves, and veins that drain the blood from the brain and also supply the brain with blood. And then the spinal cord obviously comes through the big hole in the bottom and supplies the rest of your body. Now, there's 12 cranial nerves in the head that feed, you know, when we talk about the body being 90% unconscious programming, 10% is your conscious, you control it. Well, a lot of that 90% comes from the cranium. There's one particular nerve that feeds your heart, your lungs, all the way up to your intestines, and that's a key thing you want to watch at the bottom of that skull. And also, you know, if you injure your cranium, you can injure the basic survival mechanism is sit in the bottom of the cranium. So you can see how important it becomes. All right, so if you look at the world, it's this constant in and out, ebb and flow of energy going back and forth. Trees, they give us oxygen. We give the trees carbon dioxide when we breathe. Oceans come in and out. Things are constantly, we have day-night cycles. There's so many rhythms in the body, in the world. And we are also a bunch of rhythms happening with us. And so that's what's going on here. When we put our hands on when the therapist puts their hand on your head, it's called craniosacral, because the cranium and your tailbone is also called the sacrum. We assess both ends for balance. When we're looking for that, do you have that balance between the two? Is there a natural rhythm between cranium and sacrum? And is there health in between, which is your spinal cord? I want you to think of the spinal cord, as we mentioned in the previous ones, like the power box down in the basement. You go there when you want to turn things on, your lights trip, and your TV's off, your microwave's off, and your oven's off, and you got to go back down to the breaker and switch it on. That's what the nervous system's like. So you want to take care of that. There's a bunch of ways you do it. Adjustments through chiropractic, osteopathy, manual therapy, or you can do the craniosacral system. All right, so here's the idea. I'm going to get it to it. You put your hand on the cranium and you start to feel for there's an awareness. Now you're not going to look at the cranium and see it moving, but there's an awareness by the practitioner over years and years and years of practicing. Because let me tell you, I was doubtful when I started to do this myself, but after years of just pushing past the doubt, because your right brain is trying to feel this rhythm, but your left brain is yattering at you about all kinds of, is this logical, does it make sense? Because no one starts out believing any of this stuff. Over time, and I prefer the people who actually don't believe it, because they end up finding out themselves that it's true, and that was me. I started putting my hands on many different craniums and finding that there is an awareness of tension left and right, back, front, wherever it is, and then if you gently manipulate that cranium, knowing where the anatomy is, you can help free up that cranium and get better movement and better flow. And you know, again, there's no one therapy though that's going to solve every problem, but it's great to have these little tools in your toolbox to help add to everything else. Soft tissue work, joint manipulation, cranial therapy, myofascial. There's so many different therapies, but what you do is you add them all to the mix and you get the whole person. There's no one thing that ever fixes anything, or else, trust me, I'd be cornering that market on that, because I'd be diving in. I've studied so many different things, looking for the number one key. There is no such thing. It's an addition of things. So that's what we do at Craniosacral. We liberate the cranium, free up this tension, because this tension is about the spinal cord, the dura, the covering, the fascia, freeing up the fascia so there's better blood flow. And fascia, we'll talk about that at a later time, but fascia covers everything: arteries, muscles, veins, organs. You go into the store and look at organ meat, it's all shiny, it's covered by fascia. If you lift the skin of a chicken, you'll find that there's a clear film, and if you scratch the bone of the chicken, you'll find that there's a clear film. It's everywhere, it covers everything. So once you're able to liberate the fascia, the cranium frees up arteries, better blood flow, better nervous system function. It's amazing what it helps to solve migraines, obviously, and many other nervous system problems. Now, number two, how can it help you? Obviously, by freeing up the nervous system, you function better. Athletes, it helps to get better focus, it helps to get better acuity of the nervous system, performance increases, headaches, migraines, whatever it is that you're struggling with, fatigue, it helps to reset the nervous system actually. So if you're on a strenuous workout that you're fatiguing yourself, a good craniosacral system to help reset and rebalance the nervous system helps you rejuvenate. So check it out. You gotta do that. All right, action step. Here's the action step. The number one action step is build your team. Start building your team. If you don't have a craniosacral therapist, or someone your therapist doesn't do it, start looking for that addition. It might be that one key that with some issues you've been struggling with, you got to have that. Build your team of a full, balanced, comprehensive approach. Nutrition, cranial, osteopathy, chiropractic, massage, applied kinesiologist, physio, AT, you name it. Build your team of people that can give you different answers. If you're struggling and your therapist may not be capable, they might be great in one area, but they can't be great at everything, start building your team with different people so you can go and get some different advice. All right? So that is it. Peak Performance Therapies, we're talking about craniosacral therapy. Check it out. Look in your area. Check your phone book. Look in your area for someone who does do it. Try it out. All you can lose is one session and whatever it costs you, and you know it didn't work for you, or if it does, it might be the key for you or someone close to you who's been struggling with something that they can't get rid of. All right? So until next time, Peak Performance Therapies, check out all my videos, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my website, join our list. We're going to be holding classes, seminars coming very soon to an area near you and online. I just want to add value, and that's what it's all about. All right, so until next time, I want you to be relentless about your pursuit for personal greatness.